Hello, fabulous friends and fans. Welcome to your Jupiter special. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. In July of 2014 and until August of 2015, Jupiter will be moving through the sign of Leo. Now, wherever Jupiter goes, so go our biggest and brightest blessings. Jupiter moves through a sign about once every year or so, and during that time brings expansion, opportunity, luck, new perspectives, new people, and just an overall feeling of faith that things really can get better. And it's largely because of that faith that things very often do. It'll be a really exciting time, a really exciting year as Jupiter moves through the sign of Leo. I have created a separate introduction video to talk about Jupiter moving through Leo for our collective experience. So please click on your screen, have a look at that as well. And how Jupiter speaks to you in your sign is coming up right now. Hello, fabulous Libra. Thank you for being here. Well, Jupiter's move into the sign of Leo speaks to the part of the sky for you that has to do with friendships mainly, and has to do with groups, organizations that you belong to, and how you understand yourself within the context of these memberships, these connections. Now, when I see something like this taking place in a chart, and especially considering that you have Uranus moving through your opposite sign, and Jupiter is going to be speaking with Uranus, as I spoke of in the intro, it does suggest to me that there is a very strong possibility playing out here that you're about to have some really nice connections taking place that support the direction you desire to go where it comes to love, that support a really positive direction where it comes to love as well. And so there is sort of this natural connection taking place there between love and what is happening on the friendship front. And so if you are somebody who is in an established partnership, then chances are this is going to be a time when there's a deepening of the friendship that is there, that happens, a deeper respect of this other person as your equal, and a deeper connection on levels of mind as well as heart as well. If you are somebody who is open or just sort of has somebody in your sphere, I think it really is, if you have somebody in your sphere, you're about to enjoy their company a lot more and find that they mesh with your friends a lot more. And those of you who have are open to love, if you will, it does look like a friend could become a lover. I'm just putting that out there. Could become a partner, rather. Or it is a friend that ends up introducing you to somebody significant. And so you do want to watch those dates, and I'll talk about them as we go along, month to month, week to week as well, in these horoscopes that I do, to give you the more exact dates when we get to it. However, do know that this is sort of a larger trend that's taking place throughout this year. And so there is also an element here of you meeting the right people and being introduced to the right people as well as a result of the connections you have through friends. And so this is a really good time for you to be joining groups or memberships, anything that supports whatever work you want to go towards or the work that you are already in. But of course, it's not just about work. It's about interests. It's about support groups as well. So whether that support is professional or whether it's more personal, whether it's emotional, it really is in those settings that you end up connecting with people who really can provide you with a certain partnership support, who really can prove themselves to be somebody who can work with you as you advance towards your greater goals. Now, what's interesting to me about this part of the sky, yes, just on one very immediate level, because it has to do with friendships, it does indicate fun, right? You usually get together with friends because you enjoy their company. And so you will find the friendships that you're in right now deepening, some to the point where they affect your love life even. But others of you will find that new people are coming in, and that's certainly a very strong possibility given this conversation with Uranus that's taking place. And given that Leo is a fire sign, it's all about the new. Given that we're going to have this new energy coming in, it's very possible that you could find yourself among different circles and new circles of friends as well, and making some really deep and possibly really long-lasting connections with some of these people who prove to be invaluable to you on a lot of fronts for a very, very long time to come. But the thing with this part of the sky that I find really interesting is that this part of the sky is also connected with, when you look at the chart from more sort of esoteric understanding, it has to do with hopes and wishes, and it has to do with rewards that come about through success. And so when I consider the chart from that perspective, I do think that this is a time when, if you think back to the career changes that took place for you over the course of the last year, as we had Jupiter moving through the sign of Cancer, now is the time when a lot of the changes that took place, for some people there were endings, for some people there was progress. As those changes took place, and you moved with greater faith forward, knowing on some level, even if it didn't always seem obvious on the surface, knowing on some level that you were being moved in a positive direction. Now those changes, those intuitions, those successes really start to pay off, and your life starts to look different as well. And starts to look different in the sense of, yes, greater prosperity, absolutely. But more than that, I think about this idea of how Jupiter moving through Cancer acted a lot like, Jupiter in Cancer is considered exalted, acted a lot like Jupiter in Pisces. So it had to do with endings. It had to do with closing karmic ties, creating space. But Leo and the energy of Leo is very much about the next thing. It's about passion. It's about being excited about life. And it's about really being, having your creativity just stirred, fired up, if you will. And when I consider that taking place and that it is connected to an element of rewards, I do think that it's almost as if instantly you see the wisdom of what it is that didn't work, having these moments of insight and extreme gratitude at the same time, where you see what didn't work last year and how it's really very, very good, and you're very blessed for the things that didn't seem to want to work out last year, because now this year you see how you can actually do what it is that you wanted to do and have it be even more rewarding, and especially financially rewarding, and have it be something that's more prosperous as well for you. And as I said, this is a part of the sky that has to do with hopes and wishes as well. And Jupiter moving through here can certainly bring the fulfillment of at least one very dearly held hope or higher hope that you have for your life. As the cycle begins, do set about to make a wish and get clear on what your wishes of life really are, no matter how extravagant they may seem. And I think you're going to find the universe puts you on the path towards realizing at least one very close to your heart. Thank you for watching. It'll be a great year as Jupiter moves through the sign of Leo. Enjoy.